Welcome everybody. Welcome to another Rise and Shine Yoga. We're going to take a minute or two to just kind of relax, get into our space, find a position that's comfortable for us, and just breathe. My name is Jen, and I'm going to be leading you through a nice, relaxing flow with a Rise and Shine practice in mind. So that means that anytime we build up any heat in the body, start getting potentially a little sweaty, we're going to give ourselves a chance to dissipate that heat, relax, refresh. So this is a practice that you don't have to worry about changing into exercise clothes for. You're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to do this right in the morning, when you get out of bed, in the evening, right before bed, in your pajamas, any of that jazz. So taking a minute, going through a gratitude list, going through a what's my body feeling list, what am I gonna do later on today, just go through that list really quick and then say, okay, it's on hold, all those things are gonna be there for me in 45 minutes. Or just use this time to breathe. A few more nice deep breaths wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And then we're all going to come to a standing position. So however you want to get there, it's totally fine. All depends on where you just were. And we're just going to come to standing, make any adjustments that you need to, and then we're going to find stillness. So arms out to the side, looking forward, just light gaze, just kind of relaxed. Here in our mountain pose. All right, and then let's bring those arms up overhead, and then bring them back down. Up overhead, and bring them back down. Up overhead, grab a wrist, and pull over to one side. Up to the top, other side. To the top, switch again. And to the top, and switch again. Bring those arms down, let your upper body just hang, knees bent generously. And roll back up to our mountain. Let's do that again. Arms up and down. Arms up and down. Arms up, reach over one way. To the top, reach over the other way. To the top, switch again. And switch again. Bring those arms down, bend those knees generously, and let your upper body hang. And come on up. So let's bring our feet about the width of the mat. We're going to have our hands here in prayer. And we're just going to do a little squat and back up. 4 more like that. Let's do 1 more. And let's bring those arms out to the side. Palms facing forward, fingertips facing up, and squat. 2 more. And come up. This time, when we go down, our arms come up. So we're gonna go here and back up. We're not gonna go straight crazy here. Just bring them from about your shoulder height to maybe about your head height, maybe a little bit higher. And let's go down and up. 2 more. Beautiful. Shake it out. And take one leg and cross it over the other. Hands just on your hips. And lean on forward. Feeling a stretch in the back of the back leg. And roll it up. Other side. Switch it out. Roll it down. And come on up. Switch over to side A again. This time we're going to bend forward and let those hands and arms and head hang. And then we're gonna come on up and we're gonna switch sides again. Cross it over. Lean it forward. And let that upper body hang. Roll it on up. If you want to hold on for something for balance, that would be great. If you have something near, all we're going to do is just swing forward and back. Now we're in control. We're not just literally just swinging like crazy. We're forward, middle, back. Just working that hip a little bit. And let's come to the front, side, back. And let's switch sides, forward and back. And then comes the front, middle, back. And relax. Beautiful. Let's just do some little calf raises, work on those ankles. So you're just gonna go up and down. And feel free to hold on for balance. And if you can see your feet, see if they're just going up and down. If they're coming out and like tilting out to the side, we don't want that. We want to be as just up and down as we can. Beautiful. And let's do the same with our wrists. Just move them up, down, left, right. Beautiful. All right, turn sideways on your mat and have feet nice and wide, about a little more than shoulder width apart. And then we're going to point those toes out. So I'm going to turn this way just so you can see me better. But this is what I want you to be, just on your mat. Now we're going to just have our hands in prayer. I'm just going to lean on in, come to the center, lean on in other way. So really slow movements. Feeling a stretch in this upper inner thigh. It should feel good. It should not feel painful in any way, shape, or form. So pick a side and we're going to hold it. And then other side, hold it. Come on up, take those hands from the center and let's bring them out to the sides. We're making almost like a giant X, but not. And let's lean on in and hold it. Make sure those hips are tucked under. And let's switch it over, other side. And release, roll those shoulders a bit. And the other way. And we're going to bring those arms back out. We're going to do it again. Then lean on in. And switch out. And release. Bring those feet on in. We're going to bring our arms up. We're going to swan dive down. We're going to bend those knees generously, putting the hands on the mat. And we're going to walk those feet back. And then we're going to come into a tabletop here. So I'm going to turn it sideways. Stay where you are. So you have a nice flat back. Everything is wonderful and good. It's being a big arch. Let the head drop, big breaths. And then let's reverse that into a cow. And switch it back. And switch again. Come back to a nice neutral spine, nice flat back, and we're just going to raise one hand in front and bring it down, and then raise the other hand in front. We're going to go back and forth. I do not want you to change anything else with your body. I don't want you to lift a shoulder. I don't want you to move your hips. I don't want you to do anything. All I want you to do is move from that shoulder joint. Now I'd like you to come out to the side. That everything stays exactly the same. We're not rotating our wrists, anything. And our back is nice and straight. All right, let's go straight back. hold it here. Sit back on your heels and bring those arms in front. Put your head down to the mat. Roll on up, come back to that tabletop. A nice flat back. Now we're going to move in a diagonal motion. So we did front, we did side, we did back, everything was great. Now we're going to go diagonally to the front and diagonally to the back on one side and then switch over to the other side. All right, so everything is flat, everything is straight, everything is beautiful. Everything else is going to stay perfectly still, just like before. All right, so let's come up to the front and to the back and the front and to the back. Let's go through one more time each side, to the front and back, to the front and back. Beautiful. Sit on back, roll those shoulders and roll those wrists. All right, we're going to do something similar kind of with our knees. We're going to be in a plank, in our tabletop and in our planks, and kind of move some movement with the knees. So do what you can, not a worry. If you need to take a break, not a worry. We will take breaks, so don't worry. Don't worry. It's basically what we're going for. All right, so I'm going to turn sideways, so I'm staying in frame, but you can stay on your mat completely. All right, first, all we're going to do is we're going to lift a foot up. Let's flex that foot. So as we're hitting our ceiling with a nice flat foot. And then bring that knee straight back down. And let's switch legs, other foot, foot flexed, kick it up and down. Everything else stays still. And then come back. Now we're going to add in more range of motion. So we're going to kick up, and then we're going to bring that knee in towards the elbow. So 5 of those. Take side A, let's kick it up, bring it in. And 5. Bring it in. Other side. Pick up. Bring it in. And 5. Bring it in. Beautiful. Sit back on those heels. Bring those arms out in front and bring your head down to the mat. And roll on back and through. Nice flat back. And this time we're going to lift our legs out to the side in this little fire hydrant type of motion. Now, with this one, your hips may move a little bit side to side. Just try to minimize that as much as you can. All right, so come into your beautiful posture first, and let's lift out to the side. And then let's switch it out. Other leg out to the side. And come on back. All right, now we're gonna come out to the side and then come in and back and down. So it's out towards the elbow and back in and down. 5 times through, nice flat back. Let's lift up, in and back down. And 5. Other side, out, up, in and down. One more. Release and roll it back. Sitting up nice and tall, moving those wrists around. All right, we have one more, and it's going to be in a plank and downward dog. So if you want to just do this on your knees, it's not a problem. Otherwise, we're going to be in a plank, in a downward dog. Lift a leg up behind us and go forward and back. And I'm going to turn the other way so I don't hit the wall. And so we're going to go into this one-legged plank downward dog kind of transition. So it is going to work your shoulders. It is going to work your wrists. We'll do 10 to one side, break, and we'll do 10 to the other side. Now, if you don't want to be in that position, that's fine. Otherwise, you're here on your knees. Your leg is up, and we're just going forward and back on the knees. Okay? So you can pick if you want to do 5 up and 5 down. Totally cool. And if you only want to do 7, that's fine. I'm going to go for the 10, and you can go for 10 at your own pace. All right, so we're coming into our downward dog. Kind of get situated here first. And lift that leg up behind us, and let's lean forward for 1. Downward dog. 2. Downward dog. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. 7. Down. 8. Down. 9. Down. 10. Downward dog, bring that leg to the ground, bring that foot to the ground and relax. Big breaths. That was a lot, I understand that. I'll tell you, I figured out it was a lot like number 7. I was like, oh, we're moving, but that's okay. We build a little heat, we break, relax, a little heat. So remember the leg that you just did. So I just was using my right leg as my stability. The leg is probably like, ooh, that was a lot. That was your stabilizing leg. So remember that leg right now. And we're just gonna bring our feet in front. Do a little hamstring stretch, and then we're gonna go back into the other side. So let that heat dissipate. All right, and switch it to the other side. All right, beautiful. So let's set up. Same thing, other side. So my right leg is my stabilizing leg before, so that leg's gonna be up in the air, and my left leg is gonna be the stabilizing, etc., etc. All right, back to our downward dog. Bring that leg behind, and let's lean forward for 1, and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down, 4. We're not rushing. And down, 5, and down, 6, and down, 7, down, 8, down 2 more, 9, and down, and 10, and down. Bring that foot down, relax, and bring those legs in front. Give yourself a giant hug. Ugh. If you want to rock a little side to side, whatever feels good. And then bring those feet together. Bring those knees out to the side, just lean forward slightly. Beautiful. Bring those knees in. And let's come back to that tabletop. We're going to take one leg behind, doesn't matter which one, and then bring it forward so we're in a nice low lunge. Up nice and tall. Hands can be on our hips or on our thigh, whatever feels good. But we're making sure that our hips are tucked under. And we can also bring our arms up. That feels good too. Wherever you are, you're going to turn and face away. And then we're going to turn and face the other way. If having your hands up too much is too much, bring them down. And we're rotating. So we're working on a little bit of balance and twisting. And come back one more time. Come back to the center. Let's just wiggle that foot out to the end of the mat here and bring those hands down. And just lean on in. Turn this way. So I'm here hanging out. I would like to have a flat back. It's going to be a little arched, but. And you should be feeling the stretch right in here. All right, let's bring everything back to center into our tabletop. And let's switch. The other leg is going to kick out behind you. It's going to come on in. And we're going to come into this low lunge. Hands wherever they would like to be to start. And if you want to bring your hands up, if you did it on the other side, do it on this side too. And we're going to take a second, and then we're going to twist. And then go the other way. And I brought my hands down here, so I'm going to do it on this side too. I'm going to twist. And the other way. One more time, I'm going to twist. I'm gonna come back at the center. I'm gonna bring that foot up to the side and I'm gonna lean on in. Feeling a stretch right in here. And I'm going to bring that foot back to the center. And I'm going to come back to tabletop. And I'm just going to roll back. I'm going to bring my hands behind me. And I'm going to push my belly button up towards the ceiling. And then I am going to release. I'm going to lie on my belly. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. I'm here in my belly. Everything is wonderful and good. I have my hands just underneath my chin. And all I'm going to do is just kind of press up a little bit and come back down. Press up and back down. And down. Let's do one more. I'm going to flip my hands the other way, so my palms are down. My fingertips are facing forward. They're going to be tucked in. I'm going to be here. And you guessed it, I'm pushing up. And back down. And up. And back down. And up. And down. We're going to do one more. Up. And back down. Beautiful. Just bring your hands underneath your chin just to support yourself. And once we're doing the exercise, your head's going to be down in this little hole. All we're going to do is we're going to bend our knees. We're going to flex our feet. We're just going to lift up and back down. So it's going to be a little movement. We're just going to bring those thighs just like a little hover above the ground. All right, so tuck that head in and then lift and back down. We're going to do 9 more. So 9 and release. 8, release. 7 and down. 6 and down. 5 down. 4 down. 3 down. 2 down. And 1 and down. And then let those legs just flop off to one side. Still looking into our little hole. Nice neutral spine. And bring those feet up and let's flop them to the other side. Come back down, bring those feet down. All right, so I would take one leg and I want you to bend it and just kind of bring it up here. And then we're just gonna put our head back down. I'm just gonna breathe into that hip. And then we're going to release that side. And we're going to do the same on the other side. And then relax. let's push ourselves back to tabletop one final time. And let's go through our cat. So arch that back. And cow. And cat. And cow. And one more cat. And cow. Come back to neutral back. And bring those legs around in front. All right, give yourself a big squeeze. Almost done for today. Drop that head. Come on up, look one direction. And the other direction. And come back to the center. Bring one leg out. Cross the other leg. Give it a squeeze and rotate. And let's switch arms and rotate the other way. Come back to the center. You know the drill. Switch on out. Give a squeeze and twist. And other way and twist. And release. Come on back. All right. So you can either take 2 minutes of playtime, do something that you really want to do, your body's craving, or you can take 2 minutes of abs with me. So one of the two, whatever you prefer. Okay. So I'm going to turn this way. You can lay on your mat. I'm going to relax my head and neck, and I'm going to cross a leg over. All I'm going to do is take this hand, and I'm going to come up and crunch. I'm going to go through this hole. And then I'm going to come back down. My other hand can be behind my head. It can be across my chest, or it can be up high. I'm going to stick it right behind my head. And I'm going to take this other hand, and I'm going to come up and go through and back down. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to come back down. I'm going to hold and relax for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and second set, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, I'm going to release. I'm going to go to the other side. Whatever my hand placement was, I'm going to make sure it matches over here. I'm going to take my hand through this little hole I got coming on. All right, ready? Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second set, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I'm going to relax and I'm going to set up for my Shavasana. We have exactly 2 minutes and 50 seconds to relax, de-stress, and then really bookend our practice. So, laying down on the ground, bring those toes out to the side, tuck those shoulder blades under, and bring those palms up to the sky. If you have a different position that you would like to be in, that's totally all right. And if you want a blanket, slippers, jacket, whatever feels good for you. I invite you to stay here as long as you are able to, but if you can't, if you need to get on with your day, I understand. You're going to slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And you're going to roll onto one side and use that arm that's on the top to push yourself up to a seated position. You can slowly open your eyes and be grateful that you were able to give yourself time today for a yoga practice. No matter what time of day, it's always a good time of day for yoga. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll check you guys later.